The Mexican government decided to shut an elite anti-narcotics unit that worked along the DEA for a quarter of century, tackling organized crime in the Latin American nation. This situation represents a pretty significant hit to the bilateral security cooperation between Mexico and, of course, the United States of America. This unit was one of the sensitive investigative units that operate in nearly 15 nations around the world. Of course, American officials has always seen these units as invaluable in dismantling powerful criminal organizations all around the world. In fact, its importance, it is extremely important to explain on this issue that while these units are fully trained by the DEA is essentially the faction that train each of these units all around the world. These units are, of course, under the control of national governments. The countries where these units operate, they are under the command of those governments. That is an undeniable fact. So, of course, it is important to make this point, because this means that Mexico's decisions is not exactly illegal. This is not illegal whatsoever. Of course, it is extremely controversial. Despite the fact it's not illegal, it's extremely controversial because of the precedent that it makes, and because of the different precedents that we have seen of this particular situation in different countries all across Latin America. The greatest example of this case is, of course, the one of Venezuela. We need to remember that under the dictatorship of Hugo Chavez, he decided to dismantle the DEA office in Caracas. Of course, during those times, he was essentially claiming as an excuse that the reason why he was taking that decision is because he didn't want to do anything with any type of imperialist body or imperialist organization. And of course, he considered the DEA as some kind of imperialist element. However, with the pass of time, over the years, it was revealed that he only made this happen because he didn't want the DEA to discover his drug trafficking operations in Venezuela. So, on the other hand, it is important to comment that the nearly 17 members of these units in Mexico were considered some of the key skilled agents in the country, given the fact that they took care of some of the most prominent cases that Mexico has seen over the last few years, including the capture of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. We're talking about something huge. So the unit's closure is the latest case of the breakdown in cooperation between the DEA and the Mexican administration since President Andrés Manuel López Obrador assumed power in 2018. We're going to see what is going to happen in this bilateral cooperation, but the truth is that everything seems a little bit grim. And with President López Obrador, this situation could actually get worse. Reporting from Medellin, Colombia, Luis Orozco, Newsweek.